My name's Michael Davey. I look after a lot of the sort of digital marketing activity at Lomond Improvements. We're a roofing, rough casting, home improvement type specialist company in Glasgow. In terms of sort of the campaign management and everything, you've been great, keeping us up to date, on top of things, sort of researching it, different aspects of it, and sort of persevering with our very sort of niche product selection. So that's been great.
What's been some of the main highlights in terms of the jobs that you've booked in since starting? I think since we've started, you've spent around £7,500. So what kind of results have you seen since starting?
So we've quoted on £727,500 worth of work. Of that, we managed to secure £202,000 worth of that off the 7,500 spent. We've also had sort of different milestones as well. The biggest job we've ever sold was that £67,000 one just last month. So that's the largest ever roofing job we'll ever do, and it's sort of like a heritage type of property. It's a new market that we're getting into. So we're very excited about that. That's great.
So Michael, can you tell me anything about some of the jobs that you currently have in the pipeline?
Yeah, sure. So we've not, as I was saying, we got that sort of £57,000 job, but there's one that we're hoping to get. It's about £45,000 as well. There's another one that we're looking at that we're also selling for an additional product. So the combined price is probably going to be in the region of £35,000 on top of that as well. So yeah, I think there's a lot of, we're a company that traditionally hasn't really had sort of huge pipelines. These kind of leads are strong enough that, we keep working away at them and we're getting the business in. But yeah, when you look at sort of the return that we get per lead is the highest of any sort of marketing source we've ever had. Per leads, the business that we can get off that. So that's the sort of just an insight into how things have been going and how it sort of compares to other sort of marketing sources.
In terms of working with myself and Dale, what are the main kind of highlights with that? What do you enjoy most about working with us?
So, well, what I like most is I feel like I'm always a part of the decision making, the sort of the thought and the sort of analysis that goes into sort of our next steps, our strategies, that kind of thing. We obviously have our weekly meetings, but I'll be speaking to Dale, he's always available to me, or if he's not, he'll get back very quickly. Same with you as well, Sam, if I need anything or querying anything, always on hand to answer any questions.
And definitely, like with our weekly meetings, going through stuff together, we're getting ideas off of you, with sharing ideas. And I think just that relationship that we've had together and doing that like consistently every week has allowed us to get through the times where sometimes, we were, cost per lead was higher or lead volume came down, and we just kind of kept working through it until we just figured it out. And now we're in a really, really good spot. And it's one of the campaigns out of all the ones that we've managed, we feel like as Google Ads managers, we've learned the most throughout this process.
Yeah.
So thank you for that opportunity.
No, thank you, Sam. Cheers.
And
no, you're right. That sort of the sort of the relationship and the working together, the partnership really builds a lot of faith in what you're doing. So yeah, appreciate that big time. I feel as well, like, speaking to sort of potential new clients for you, if you can be as open as possible with Sam and Dale, that gives them the tools to really, really get into, how they're going to run it and how to make it profitable for you as well. So we've tried to do that and being as open as possible. I feel that works.
100%. In terms of people who are currently speaking to us might be on the fence about working with ourselves as a marketing agency, what would you say to them?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say that the way these guys structure their fees and the ad spend and everything, you really have nothing to lose with working with these guys. You pay for your ad spend, so that's great, and then they have their management fee on top of that as well. So they'll only be charging you anything if they've got it working for you. So if you're on the fence about whether, and you're already spending on marketing, you're on the fence whether to go with these guys or not, I really do believe you've got nothing to lose by giving them a chance. The guys know what they're talking about. They know how Google Ads works. I thought I had a loose understanding of it, but I was nowhere near close. So I would say if you are contemplating going with Sam and Dale, really to give them a go, because they are, in terms of their transparency, the communication, the amount of time they've allocated to this, the quality of the work as well. We've been building landing pages and that sort of side of things, and it's the best I've seen, not just within the industry that we work in and other agencies that we've dealt with, but just full stop, as a consumer myself. So, if you're thinking about it, guys, I would really, really consider it strongly, because they're great guys to work with.
Did you have any concerns before moving ahead with us?
Do you want the honest answer? The honest answer was no. Obviously, we were initially, I was running this past our marketing director as well, and he came on the sort of initial call with you guys, and we were both very, very impressed with you two, with your fee structure, with your ad spending, different aspects of the tools within Google that you could use, and how our reporting can help with that, and how that feeds back into campaigns. And that there wasn't really a moment of hesitation where we didn't think about using you guys. It seemed like a bit of a no-brainer, and I'm glad we did, of course. I still believe it is a no-brainer as well. And we're looking at sort of more opportunities with the Atomic guys, because we have that proven record and they know what they're talking about. So